Hello everyone, welcome to Halo Moon Tarot. This is your weekly reading for Capricorn. How are you guys? So I had a mishap with my microphone. I'm starting over. So I'm going to keep the readings a little shorter this week. Okay, just a little because I'm pressed for time now because 6 videos had to be deleted because my microphone messed up. So Capricorn, it's all about you. Let's see what's going on with you. Oops, there we go. I see a judgment, some kind of a decision. Okay, some kind of judgment or decision needs to be made. Often it's just releasing things, making a decision. It could be a reconciliation or just a reconciliation with yourself. But it looks like a decision, yeah. So there's some kind of offer, opportunity. Okay, solid, reliable. Yeah, it could be a reconciliation for some, somebody reaching out. Yeah, I do see some stress, little anxiety, possibly regret. Often this is unfounded fears, the thoughts in a person's head, maybe some sleepless nights, a little anxiety. It could be, too, someone made a bad choice. They didn't put their best foot forward. Okay, so there could be some kind of regret or anxiety. And we have the High Priestess. So just trust your intuition. Okay. This is the signs, sometimes cautioning you, but I feel like you already know who this is. Yeah, so there's definitely someone here who's very passionate. So I feel like this is someone possibly attractive, but it's also an energy of, you know, just trusting your inner knowing, your intuition. So it has to do often with just a spark. Okay, a physical attraction or something creative that you're really passionate about. So someone's really passionate. So there. So we have a situation that has ended painfully. Okay, but we have a person rising like the phoenix from the ashes. So that's why I feel someone has some kind of regrets. I feel we have a person who didn't offer something solid or they didn't put their best foot forward. We have a person who made a bad decision and they definitely regret it. So we have the two. It could be anything. Back and forth. 2 of Pentacles. Somebody weighing the pros and the cons of a situation. Yeah. Should I or shouldn't I? And then we have, yeah, so there's the communication. So it could be multiple opportunities, things speeding up. Someone's in a hurry. But it has to do with someone who's kind of back and forth whether they should reach out or communicate. Okay? And then we have the Magician. So somebody here is definitely trying to manifest this new beginning. They're very passionate. It does look like, you know, somebody who's very creative, maybe with their words. Yeah. See? They're very passionate. They're trying to create something. They're manifesting a situation. Now, this could be something you've manifested yourself. Okay? It's telling you to trust your inner knowing, your intuition. Now, it could be someone who's kept a secret. They made a bad choice or decision. They didn't put their best foot forward. So we'll see where this goes. We have Judgment. Yeah, so I see we have the 2 of Cups. So we have 2 people who've already drank from each other's cup, but there's a little mirroring. See, this deck always shows that mirroring. So it's like you're manifesting each other, but somebody here is back and forth. Now, it could be someone who maybe had a choice between you and someone else. They maybe chose someone else and they regret it. It looks like someone chose somebody else, possibly. Maybe they kept it to themselves. Maybe they were back and forth. But I feel for most of you, whatever happens, something has ended painfully. It's finished. Painful period in someone's life. 9 of Swords to the 10 of Swords. So there's definitely some kind of stress and anxiety and regret. Okay, 2 of Pentacles. Why is this here for Capricorn? And we have the High Priestess again. Now, I feel like you already know who this is. I do feel this is somebody here. There's an energy of someone I feel who made a bad decision. They didn't trust their intuition. It's like they already kind of knew something. I feel there's some kind of connection between you and this person. And we have the Hangman. So someone's taking a little pause, looking at things from a different perspective. They're seeing things differently, you see. So it has to do with perspective and a little bit of a pause. So I do see a healing, someone clearing something out, clearing things up. So someone's taken a pause. There's been some kind of a pause or a break to clear something out, clearing things up. And then we have the Nine of Wands. So it has to do with someone who feels like giving up. But this is someone who's not giving up. They're not giving up, okay? I can see it, but they feel like it. But I feel it has to do with a person here who's looking back, okay? Now, there could have been some kind of jealousy, too. It's also my jealous card. But I feel it has to do with looking back, leaving something behind, and moving towards something more successful. So this is someone who may have chosen another person because they were more successful. But I feel looking back, this person's regretting it. So I don't think they... And it could be yourself, too. You just feel like giving up. You've given up. Too much stress and anxiety. Maybe you've decided to end something here yourself. But I'm seeing this twice. It's like it's two people in that same energy. The mirroring, trusting your intuition. There's the Tower. See, the Tower coming down, stress and anxiety. So it's some kind of shock or surprise. Something's happened. I feel someone made a bad choice. And it's like they just sort of, maybe even wake up at night and then realize what they've done. They made a bad choice. It looks like somebody chose somebody else and they're regretting it. Yeah. So there we have. So we have someone with the King of Swords energy, maybe a Gemini, the Tower, Scorpio, Aries, Mars energy. What else do we have here? Pisces, definitely. Yeah, some strong Pisces energy. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Interesting. So yeah, this is someone doing a lot of thinking in their head. They have regrets. So they are becoming clear. This is somebody here who, generally feels confident with the choice that they've made. They felt confident about this. But I feel this is someone coming back. It looks like a reconciliation. Okay, but they made a bad choice. They made a bad decision. They thought they were confident about, but I feel in the end they weren't. So there's the Emperor. So it's an Emperor energy, someone very logical. So some Mars energy, could be Taurus, could be Aries, really anybody. But I feel as though this is someone who's very logical, very strategic, also very disciplined. You see, this is someone who feels once they feel confident, they make a decision. Someone made a bad choice. Now the decision is to come in and reach out. So there they are. This is someone going to initiate a conversation. They're going to initiate a conversation, okay, and start something. They're very passionate about this, but it's in the heart of the reading, and that's why I feel they may have chosen another person and regretted it. They made some kind of big decision, and they definitely regret it. So... and there we have it. So this has to do with the Two of Wands. This is someone who chose between you and someone else. They chose to go down a different path. So it looks like you went your separate ways. Okay, it's over. It was painful, but, it's finished now. So I do feel there's been this healing energy, some time possibly in between with this break. But it has to do with this person, their life path, their choice. Yeah, they're going to initiate. This is someone who probably regrets starting something with you because they already may have been involved with someone else and they made a bad choice. They're really regretting it. Wow. So we have the Ten of Swords. Why is this here? Yeah, Three of Pentacles. So there's another person involved, but this is somebody acknowledging, okay, the things that you have in common. See, they thought they had something more in common with the other person, only to find out they actually didn't. They actually had nothing in common. There may have been a physical attraction. Now, this is somebody who's, I feel, it has to do with this passion. You share some kind of passion, some kind of creativity. So I don't know what happened here, but this person chose another person, or you did. Whatever happened here. It's like you went your separate ways. But I feel this is a person here who is now looking at this, rising like the phoenix from the ashes. They've also gone through some kind of healing. I can see the energy of the healing, see releasing and shedding. They've let go of this person. So, wow. But I feel here, this is the energy of the things you have in common. See, teamwork, cooperation, compromise. They're acknowledging that now. You see, they're acknowledging it, but now they're procrastinating. They're back and forth. Should they reach out and communicate to manifest this? You manifested each other. You were manifesting each other, I feel, to start. But I feel they chose someone else. Maybe someone who was more successful, or they felt it'd be more successful. But I don't feel this person got what they wanted. Okay. Now it's often a person who just about when you're ready to give up, because it looks like you at some point you were ready to give up. And now this person maybe got jealous, like they didn't want anyone else to have you. So it looks like they kind of kept you in a situation where it's like there was this break in between. And then they came, it looks like they've already kind of come back around at some point, but it does look like at some point you went your separate ways. They chose another person. Or you were about to go off on a path and choose someone, and then they get jealous. So what I'm seeing in a nutshell is a person who doesn't want anyone else to have you. Okay. And that's that realization. They really didn't want anyone else to have you, and they made a really big mistake. So it could be all kinds of things that's kind of happened in between, but what they're acknowledging is the things you have in common, that this could have been successful. So I feel this is somebody who was kind of going after somebody who was more successful. They felt it would have been more long term. They felt they were making the right decision. They were confident they were making the right decision, but they didn't trust their intuition. The signs were cautioning them about this other person, and they didn't listen to it. So now we have the Two of Pentacles. See, this is somebody who kept it to themselves. They chose their words wisely. So they're doing some thinking. They're shining a light on this. And what the shining a light is, they're acknowledging. Okay. They're now acknowledging that you had more in common than the other person. Because I don't think they had anything in common with this person when it came right down to it. So that's what has happened. It wasn't long term. It wasn't successful. They never got what they wanted. So now this is somebody who's breaking free from that. They're rising like the phoenix from the ashes. They are free from this situation. Yeah, this is someone who was ruled by their ego. I mean, they maybe wanted somebody, maybe this energy, their pride got in the way, or they wanted somebody who was more successful, you know, someone they could be proud of. But I feel their ego, their pride definitely got in the way. But now they're in that Novice of Swords energy of thinking back and forth in their head. They're shining a light. They're looking at this. They're seeing this very clearly. It's like you're ready to give up, but when you start to give up and you start going down a path, they come in, right? And you're looking, oh, they just need attention. So it looks like you may have been the one to end it. I don't know what happened with the Tower. Maybe you got angry, but whatever's happened here, this person realizes they made a very, very big mistake. So I do think this person wants to communicate. They're thinking about how to communicate this. There's the stars. Yeah, they may feel like the situation's out of reach. It almost looks, I'm going to be honest, star-crossed lovers, okay, is what they're kind of thinking. But maybe it was about you, or you're thinking that, but honestly, it was this other person that they chose was actually the star-crossed lovers. It was never meant to be, okay? And because I feel this person's shining a light, they're gaining clarity, they're seeing. Okay, it was never meant to be. So I don't know what it was with this other person, but I don't know if they were just friends, or maybe it started off friends with you, or whatever happened here with this person. But it's gone already. It's done. They've set themselves free. They've moved on from it. It wasn't successful. It wasn't long term. They never got what they wanted. So let's have a look at the Magician. Yeah, see, back and forth. So it's definitely somebody probably with Gemini, Libra, Aquarius in their chart. They're kind of back and forth in their head. Should I or shouldn't I? Should I or shouldn't I? You know, they're struggling. They're really struggling with this. This is someone who now sees this was their hopes and dreams. You're everything this person probably could have ever wanted. And they made a really, 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 really stupid mistake. They didn't trust their intuition. The signs were cautioning them, you see. But like I feel like you moved on at some point. You gave up, kind of gave up. Maybe you took other opportunities and that didn't work either. But whatever's happened here, this person is someone who was jealous. They didn't really want anyone else to have you. And they're recognizing and acknowledging this. And they're also seeing this could have been very successful. You know, maybe you're more successful now too, you know, or they are. But it really looks like it was something that wasn't long term. They had nothing in common. It didn't last. It ended painfully. Yeah, so I do feel they're free of that. There's been a healing, a massive healing, and an awakening. They've gone through an awakening, the wake-up call, you see? So here we have the Two of Pentacles. They may have been juggling and kept it a secret, you know, kept it to themselves, back and forth between you. But I feel that it almost looks like they told you at some point. Because I feel like you just went your separate way. You gave this person their freedom. You set them free to go do what they needed to do. And then I see this energy of this person coming back, see? And that's what happens sometimes. But I don't know if you're going to go. Maybe you feel the situation's out of reach now. You could also be in, like, it's like you're manifesting each other. You may still communicate with this person back and forth. I feel you're both creative. And they're looking at these things you have in common. Okay, so you have lots in common here. Yeah. You actually maybe had a lot in common with the other person. And that's why I feel they kind of got all up in their head. But the signs cautioned them and they didn't trust their intuition. Yeah, so this is somebody who's definitely in that Emperor energy. Maybe they wanted their cake and eat it too at first. Or maybe they were thinking that, or you were. Or maybe other people, you know, brought that up. Because I feel there's other people here. But I feel for the most part with this person, with the Emperor is... this is definitely someone who's, you know, fairly well off, I feel. They could have Taurus in their chart. Whatever happened here with this person. It could be a Gemini, Taurus cusp or something. But I'm seeing the Aquarius for some. Could be yourself, Capricorn. But I feel here, it's like maybe both of you are back and forth, you know. But I do see this energy of been there, done that. I feel like you're aware of what this person's up to. Like there's still some kind of connection here. Okay, there's still, I feel like you're still kind of connected. Maybe you just talk once in a while. I don't know, but it feels like you do. But it's like whoever they chose, those were the star-crossed lovers. It wasn't meant to be, but they felt that way about you for some reason, or you feel that way about them. So crazy energy. Tell me about the Two of Pentacles. Yeah, so somebody here, see, they were kind of focused on themselves, being immature, but it was here for a good time, not a long time, you see. Now, this is often a person who puts their foot in their mouth. They kind of say things wrong. They come in fast and fiery, flirty, being kind of immature. So there could be some kind of regrets there too, or just the way they were behaving. But there's an energy of this person right now. I actually feel this is someone who needed to focus. They needed that break. They needed to focus on themselves. And I do think they're having realizations and a lot of regrets. I feel they're going through an awakening. Okay, I really do. I think this person possibly, even for some of you, has trouble sleeping. Okay, the Tower, the Epiphany, a lot of wasted time. But it has to do with the path that they've been on too. See, I feel this is someone who, the realization, you were always the one. You were always the one. But yeah, they also back and forth, maybe feel like it just isn't meant to be. But there it is. Yeah, this is someone who sees you as everything they could have ever wanted, and they really, really blew it. So, but this person does need to focus on self, okay? Because I feel that's what they need to do, is focus on themselves. They may have been a little selfish at some point. This person actually could have been younger. Maybe you were a little older. The other person was younger. Whatever the situation, that could be the decision. But they made a really big mistake. This person's thinking of offering you this cup. A fresh new start, this opportunity. They're definitely in their emotions, but it has to do with this person wanting a fresh new start. Okay, see, putting their best, they didn't put their best foot forward with you. But it almost looks like some of you have multiple opportunities, or maybe you had other opportunities. Maybe they felt they should just set you free. Whatever the situation, one of you definitely set the other person free. You gave them their freedom, okay, to go do whatever it is they needed to do. But like during this break, this time apart, you've likely become more successful. Maybe even feeling a little bit like a free spirit yourself here, okay? Yeah. So I don't know if this person comes in. If they do offer you something, I think you're going to be back and forth whether you should or shouldn't. But I feel this person was comparing you to someone else, the things you had in common. I actually feel like you had a lot in common with the other person. It's almost like you married each other. That's what it kind of feels like to me. And this is where they made that bad choice. This is someone who's very analytical, okay? Very, very analytical, very strategic. So they are somebody who, they could manipulate a little bit here and there, but it almost looks like they, it has to do with things that you also have in common. You know, like you may even mirror each other. I don't know. But it almost like you were almost the mirror image of the other person. You may have even looked somewhat the same. Because I feel like this is someone who really analyzed the heck out of this. They felt they made the right choice. But there it is. See, choice between two. The love, their path in love. And they're looking at their path in love here. Very strong Gemini energy in this reading. So it could be just the energy of this back and forth. You know, Geminis have a tendency to get in their head and look at things in two ways before they make a decision. So I feel they compared you. I feel the other person may have been younger, but I feel the other person was more focused on themselves. Like you may have focused on this person, the times you spent together, but the person they chose, I feel, was immature. That's what I feel. They weren't at your level. And that's what I feel this person's now seeing. They're acknowledging all this, you see. And it's painful for this person to acknowledge this. I can see it. But I do feel like they're rising from the phoenix from the ashes. I feel it's over. They're free of this energy, okay, of this person. Wow. And this could even be yourself, okay? Flip that energy. But here we go. So this person's thinking of coming back around. So there's definitely been a lot of change. Okay, so they're thinking of coming back around. They see the abundance. Yeah, see, this is the energy. They've left that behind. This is someone who's still searching. You see, they're still searching for the one. And this is where they realize too, and I do feel they've moved on from this other person. I feel the other person, now I don't know if you're younger, if you know who this other person is. Some of you, I kind of feel like you do. But if you don't, because I feel like your intuition's telling you, like you already know all this. Okay. I feel like you just went your separate ways. You gave them their freedom, even though it was very painful, which is very unselfish. And they're looking at all these things. This is really an interesting read, but you know, they want to offer you this cup, 8 of Cups, 9 of Cups. They're a little careful what they wish for. And I do think they're going to communicate. Yeah, but they're definitely feeling more confident. See, that's the inner strength. They feel more confident. So now this person's making a decision where they actually feel more. I don't think they were as confident as they felt they were. This is, I feel, what's happened here. So there it is, their confidence. Yeah, see? But it's an energy of looking on the past with I feel like it took a lot of inner strength for you to set this person free, or for them to be free of this other situation. I actually feel the other person was younger. And they offered the other person the cup, and then only to find out they had absolutely nothing in common. Or that the realization that you actually are nothing like this person. But for some reason, they got something in their head. Now, it's possible they wanted their cake and eat it too. The grass is greener on the other side. Well, they're acknowledging all that too. Okay? Because they're definitely looking at this. They're looking at this with the Novice of Swords. They're shining a light on this. This indecisive energy. This unsure. Yeah, they're definitely single. They enjoy the fruits of their labor, so they are single. I feel like they know you are, if you are. Some of you that are watching this may not be, but... and that could be what it is. Maybe they're trying to find out if you are. But I feel with this 9 of Pentacles, this is someone here who, they see you as independent. Someone enjoying the fruits of your labors. You're successful. Is successful enough. Okay. But yeah, I think they chose somebody who is younger, only to find out they actually have nothing in common with them. But I feel it starts out where they think you are like this other person. So it's like they were kind of back and forth here. Whoa. Now we have the Queen of Pentacles. Yeah, there you are, Capricorn. Now this could be Moon, Rising, or Venus here too, because this doesn't feel like my regular Capricorn reading. But I feel here you are stable. You look at the details. You're grounded, practical, sensible, and definitely more mature, because this is the Elder of Pentacles. So you're older than this other person, like I say. They chose someone who was younger. And it was not successful. There was no victory. So, yeah. Whatever it was never meant to be with the other person, but it's very possible maybe that's where you felt it's just not meant to be. You may have moved on. And it does look like you've taken a lot of strength here. A lot of strength for you. They also see you as strong, confident, capable, grounded, practical, definitely marriage material. It does look like you are single. They definitely are. Yeah, and they also, look at that, the Elder of Cups. You're mature. You're more emotionally mature than the other person. See, they're having all these realizations. You're mature, you're kind, you're compassionate. I feel like it took a lot. This is you looking on the past with kindness and compassion. This is how they see you. You see? You're stronger than this person, I feel, when it came to making decisions, but they see you as kind and compassionate, loving, very nurturing. You know, they're acknowledging all these things that you actually have, this person actually never had. But there's something about you and this person that is similar, and that's how it starts out. So I actually feel like you do mirror this person in some ways too, though. Like, I feel like you have a lot in common. Okay, and I feel it's creative energy. Maybe you've had conversations with them. Yeah, Capricorn, the devil. You definitely are focused on money. This person's a little obsessed with you right now. I do feel like you work a lot. You could be a workaholic. Okay. Maybe you're obsessed with this person, or maybe you were at some point, but I feel like you've moved on, you know, but I still feel like you're focusing more on money than anything else. Yeah, I feel like maybe you've initiated conversations with this person, but it could be them initiating with you, because it does look like they could have some Taurus in their chart, or Aries or Scorpio, and just, you know, it could be, it's an Emperor, and Gemini, Libra, Aquarius as well. So it's like it could be different for each of you. Very strong Gemini reading here. Lots of Gemini energy. So that's that back and forth. But yeah, so somebody's going to initiate a conversation. I feel like you're working a lot. You're focused a lot on your money with the devil. Like, you may have been obsessed with this person at some point, but I feel what's happened is it's turned around. They're now obsessed with you. Okay, and about this decision. But boy, see, they have a lot of regrets. Lots and lots of regrets. Stress and anxiety. I feel this person they have sleeping issues. They get something in their head. They don't sleep well. It's like they have to kind of figure it out. So this is where it sits. So one of you, maybe you've initiated a conversation a few times with this person, or maybe you're thinking about it. But it very well could be them to initiate. You've likely initiated. Maybe you started it. But I actually feel this person at some point was like they kind of wish they didn't start something, because whatever happened here didn't go off very well. And you have likely changed. I actually feel like you've gone through a lot of change yourself. Okay. So a lot of stress, a lot of regret. I do feel they're single, or they're looking for clarity to see if you are. So yeah. So there you go, Capricorn. This person, I feel they're going to, you know, they're at that crossroads, that time in their life. This is someone who I feel they've dated lots of people, haven't had anything long term, you know, but they're now thinking about this, about love, their choices, their path in love. So yeah, but see, this is someone who has kept themselves stuck. See, kept themselves stuck. Very stagnant. They're in a stagnant period right now. I do think this is someone who is a little selfish at times. They're looking at it. Now, they may have kept you stuck and single at some point, and maybe you finally found the confidence to break free from this. You may have gone through a lot of stress and anxiety yourself, but I actually feel like you're more focused on money than anything right now, which is, of course, yourself, Capricorn. So I don't know who's actually going to initiate. It has a feminine image on it, but it could be this person initiating. I think they're obsessed with you. I think they're thinking a lot about you and what happened here. So it's likely with the Queen of Pentacles showing up right there, you're getting a heads up. This person may reach out, but I still feel right now they're procrastinating. I actually feel like you may be aware of this. It's possible you already kind of know, you know, because we got the High Priestess here twice. It's like you know each other. You both already know everything you need to know. It's like you know all about this person and they know about you. So I don't know if you're still friends with them. Some of you may be even still friends, like I say. So but I think this is someone who's massive, massive regrets. Yeah, so they have to initiate. They have to take the lead and initiate a conversation. Now, they may have initiated this and then regretted it because they were already involved with someone else. But this could be them now coming in to communicate and initiate. So I think this person's going to reach out. You've likely already initiated. Oh, yeah, they've leveled up. Oh, my goodness. So there they are. They're coming in with that King of Wands energy. They could be an Aries, Leo, Sag, but I feel as though that's just the energy where they've leveled up. They know what they want. This is someone who knows what they want and they're going to go for it. So I feel they're going to initiate. You, I feel, are going to try to not initiate. That's what it almost feels like. But I do feel like you're definitely a workaholic, I feel. Some of you anyway, working very hard with that devil energy. But I feel this was an unhealthy situation for you. Okay, and you've broken free from it. So you're getting a heads up. Do take care, okay? Trust your intuition, and we'll see you soon.